Welcome back to this lab. In this lab, we will create a customer master key, but this time with imported key material. So what do I mean by imported key material? When we first create a customer master key, we get to choose the key material origin in this window right here when we get an option to choose an alias and description. Now, if you click on the advanced options, you should see that the default choice is KMS, which means that the key material is originated in KMS, but you can also choose external key material origin. And if we do that, if we choose the external option, then we get to download a couple of things. One is the import token, and the other thing is the public key that will be used to encrypt the key that we generate. So once we generate the key that we want to import into the customer master key, we encrypt that key with the public key we downloaded on step 2. This key that we will be encrypting will be a symmetric key, and we will be encrypting the symmetric key with the asymmetric public key. After we encrypt our symmetric key, we will upload the encrypted key material and import token to the customer master key. At that point, we can start using our customer master key. So we will be using this tool called OpenSSL. And if you're using either Linux or Mac, then you should have the tool installed on your computer already. But if you're using Windows and if you don't have OpenSSL, then you can go to this link, sourceforge.net/projects/OpenSSL, and once you download, you can extract that to a directory, and you can run this command right here if you need to. After that, you should be ready to perform the same commands, to enter the same commands as we do when we do the lab. Alright, so let's go to the IAM console and let's get started by creating the customer master key container first. So once I'm in the IAM console, I'm going to go to encryption keys, and then I'll start by creating a new key, and the alias, I'm going to say imported key, the description imported key. Now, as we saw on the slides, when I click on advanced option, I get to choose the origin of the key material, and we don't want the default choice, which is KMS generated. We did that already. So we want to choose the external key material origin. You are responsible for the ultimate. If you use the KMS generated key, then KMS is responsible for the security and durability of the key. If you use external key and if you import that to KMS, then you are responsible for the ultimate security and durability of that key. AWS will just keep a copy of that key. So once I check on this box, it will also tell me that I can import a symmetric 256-bit key. So I don't want to add any admins to the key policy. So I'm just going to select next without selecting anyone. And I don't want to add any users to the key. So I'm just going to select next one more time. And at this point, I have a key that gives access only to the root user. Because if you remember, the default key policy is to give access to the root user of that account. So I'm going to say finish, and I'm taken to a window where I can download the wrapping key and import token. I can do this later and skip it for now, but I want to do it right now. So we're going to select the second option, the SHA-1, which is recommended by AWS in the documentation. So after I select this, I'm gonna download the wrapping key and import token. Now I'm also going to click on, and once I download the files, I'm gonna go check my downloads right here. So this is what I get when I download the files, and I'm gonna copy them, and I've created a new folder called key AWS. I'm gonna paste those 3 files to that folder, and now I will switch to my command line. So I'm inside the directory that I copied the files into. Once I'm in here, I need to generate a 256-bit symmetric key, and to do that, I'm going to come back to this window. I'm going to click on Learn More, and there's a whole documentation that tells me exactly what I need to do. But basically what I need to do is, once I have my OpenSSL installed, which we went through for Windows users, for Mac and Linux users, you already have OpenSSL. So you want to use this command, and I will be linking this documentation in the course description, course notes. So this command will be used to generate a 256-bit symmetric key, and we'll save this key in a file named plaintext keymaterial.bin. So paste. Now if I list my files, I have a new key that I can encrypt with the public key right here. So the next step, I want to go back to the documentation. Step number 2 is to use this command to encrypt that key we generated by the public key that we downloaded. The name of the public key, if I go back, is currently wrapping key _47 3D239. It's a long name, so to make things easier, what I want to do is I'll rename that wrapping key into this file name, public key.bin, the name you see in the red marker. So I'm gonna rename that file. Now I have 4 files still, and I will use the command OpenSSL RSA util encrypt. In goes the plaintext keymaterial.bin, which we generated in step number 1, and the key that will be used to encrypt that key will be public key.bin, which we just renamed, and the output file will be encrypted keymaterial.bin. So I'm gonna copy this, I'm gonna paste this in here, enter, and now I should have one more file in the folder, and that is right here, encrypted keymaterial.bin. At this point, I'm ready to start uploading my stuff. So I will go back to the IAM console. I'll check the I am ready to upload my exported key material. Next, and in the encrypted key material, right, specify the file that contains your encrypted key material. This will be the encrypted key material.bin file. So let's go back, choose, and I'm going to select the encrypted key material.bin, and the import token. So specify the file that contains the import token you downloaded previously. So we have the import token right here. It says import token. So choose that. And for now, we want to say the key material does not expire, right? Or you can choose a time that the key material expires in. So for this lab, we'll choose the key material does not expire. So I'll finish. And as you can see, your key material was imported successfully into the customer master key with key ID of that. So that was how we imported our key material and created a customer master key with that imported key material. So to quickly review, what we did was when we started creating the customer master key, we clicked on the advanced option. We chose the key material origin as external, not KMS, but external. And we downloaded the import token and public key. We generated a 256-bit key and encrypted that key with the public key we downloaded in step number 2. And finally, we uploaded the encrypted key material and the import token. And then we were ready to use the key. So I hope you got an idea of how to import a key material into your customer master key. And I hope you followed this through the steps. I will see you in the next lab. Thank you for watching.